tuned in to the news you can use with the host with the most big surf guide. Today, we will be giving away the secrets to go viral. All right. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is a LARUSELL interview giving away the secrets to go viral. They go viral. So let's tap in with that. Let's go.
How could you explain what's happening up there?
It's unexplainable, but if you come to a backyard show, you'll get it.
You're listening to Studio 22.
Welcome to Studio 22. I'm your host, Will Meldman, here as always with the beautiful Brock O'Hearn.
You're on, right?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it came out
legendary recording artist. We'll take that.
No, man, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, I feel good.
Appreciate you.
Grateful.
Are you guys in town just for the day, or you came down?
We're here till Sunday, so
nice.
Let's skip along.
Happen, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, my team is filming all of these, so we're gonna use tomorrow to kind of scout and go find some dope spots, and then just shoot hella shit on Sunday.
All right, look. When he said his team is filming all of these, what I'm getting from that is they're using every aspect of everything as content. Content is key, people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Is that going to be local, or is it?
Yeah, we're gonna be around here. I like to
awesome.
we just be driving. Like I said, we'll point some shit, and it's like, nigga, that's a fucking shot, man. Go knock it out.
That's cool.
That's how I'm knocking videos out all year.
Cool, man. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's so like improvised
Matter of fact, I should shoot something tonight.
as location scouting. I love that. Yeah.
Now it's dope because we be at home, and like we probably shot like 100 plus, and we haven't left home really. Like this is just around the neighborhood. Like every time we driving, we're seeing shit, and we like, all right, next day we shoot. We hitting that one, and then we just run through them. And these pieces been going viral, and we haven't left home.
That's amazing.
That's really
impressive. Is this you guys' first time leaving and doing this then? Leaving home?
I mean, we'll do like when I have shows, like we went to Charlotte.
Content is key.
Charlotte recently, and we shot some out there, but usually we don't go shoot in the other places. So yeah, this is one of our first times doing like this big dump outside.
That's great, man. Expanding, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
That's cool, man.
Have you been doing a lot of traveling and touring, or what's the schedule?
Last year we was on the road like crazy, and I don't really love it. So we've been home a lot more this year, but still out a little bit, but more local.
I feel that for sure. I'm a Cancer.
We just had to go from Charlotte, and I'm like, I don't want to go back to that side for a while. The flight's too long and shit. We need a new way to travel,
especially after a lot of traveling, right? It's
touring in general is just tough on people, right? Yeah,
it's tough. You be whooped, and then like when you get home, you just want to like sit, but then you got to get work done still and shit. It's just it's tough. I'd rather be at home.
Yeah. if you don't gotta leave, why do it? You know,
right? That's why we've been building like everything there, like the venue and I'm building everything at home, so it's like we don't ever have to leave.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I saw that in North Carolina with Danny McBride. He brought Hollywood to him. You know, so he didn't have to leave home. He stayed with his kids, his family, everything like that, and started building out sets and filmed the whole show there. Now they're doing all kinds of stuff, right?
Damn,
that's how you do it, man. You bring it to you. Yeah,
right.
Everything Tyler's done too, right?
Yeah,
in Atlanta. Yeah. They're doing a lot. I was on set of a film in Vancouver too. They're shooting so much stuff up there now, and it's really spread out. And people are localizing it.
Yeah, man, dude. Well. Yeah, you kind of pick and choose what you want to do and how you want to create, right? There's no limitations to it.
And that shit is dope when you bring industry to places where industry don't exist. Like Vallejo has no industry infrastructure. Like this is the first that shit like this exists. Like the fact that something is happening of this magnitude going out, coming from the city is like a first. Like that shit we shouldn't always have to move to like LA and Hollywood to get access to that resource.
Yeah, man. That's cool.
100%. I mean, one of my favorite, I guess, DVDs back in the day was Trill TV. I watch it over and over again. And like, literally filming around the Bay Area.
Right.
Right? Like,
right.
And do you feel like you're doing something similar in that regard of just
crushing
the video content?
Hell, especially now that we've been docking a lot more. Like we just came from NAM, and a guy came up to me and he was like, "I be walking because Joe stroll like every day. We do these daily stroll videos where I just walk and we just talk." And he was like, "I be walking now because those videos." You feel me?
Wow.
So I feel like that was the effect of Trill TV. It made niggas want to be outside. Like it's just a different experience when you feel like you get to watch somebody in their element.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Definitely in the zone. Definitely doing their thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Inspiring fans and inspiring.
A walk a day will take the stress away, people.
People out there. It's got to be fulfilling as hell.
Definitely.
No, I know we got a lot we're going to cover and a lot to talk about, man. But I want to know, where did it start for you? You know, like what was your first interest into making music? What was your influence? You know, like where'd you get started? When did you take the first leap? You know, like what is it for you?
Listen, if you want to become wealthy, you probably do not want to own and or invest in Bitcoin, meme stocks, or any other potentially risky and what I like to call bubble bets. You want to own two things, okay? Bricks and the land that they sit on. Why? Because real estate is by far the #1 consistent wealth builder out there. I'm hosting a free 90-minute live masterclass near you this month. When you click here to reserve your free seat today, I'm going to show you a simple trick for getting paid 3 ways from investing in multifamily apartment complexes. First, you get paid between 1 to 5.
I can't afford it.
My intro
Copyrights
into music. My parents, of course, like you grew up and they're playing hella shit, but like a core memory I remember where I was like, I want to do something music. Well, not even before then. I used to me and my sister had this boombox, and like we used to burn CDs with like instrumentals and shit.
That's cool.
I don't even think we had the instrumental then. We were just rapping over the song while the song was playing. You feel me? But like that was like some early shit. I remember I just kind of enjoyed rapping with her, and then like time passed and I didn't really do it much. And I remember going on YouTube and I seen this video, Kanye West making this beat in the studio.
Wow.
And it took me down this rabbit hole, Ryan Leslie and all this different shit. And I was like, damn, I want to produce.
Yeah.
And that sent me down its own whirlwind. And I ended up finding FL Studio and my sister.
We're trying to get to the nitty-gritty, man.
It was an MTV, right? And now it's like,
it's like, yeah, I did 30 albums and I fucking made it. You feel me? And,
yeah, man.
And like it's just like, it's
30 albums and he made it independent. That's a lot of work. Put the work in.
not as embraced, which is so crazy because in every other field, they're scoring titles. Like they but in music is painting, and I'm just like, hey, I just want to show what I paint, right? You should never stop showing what you painted.
One of the best pieces of advice I got very early on before I decided to commit to chasing my dream, right, was I was cleaning this guy's trash out of his backyard. I worked for like a trash hauling company at the time, and he was a professor, and he said, I asked him at the end of it, I was like, because I found out he was a professor, I was like, do you have any good advice for me and my brother? I hired my brother too. You were working here.
No.
Man, he said to me, he said, bring your own uniqueness to the world.
Yo.
He said that to me, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to forget that one.
Right.
Right. And it is that, man. It's like, you're doing you, keep doing you. And that's
bring your own uniqueness to the world.
Look at anybody. For me, obviously, it's easy for me to relate to the film industry because I'm so, and me and Will are so in that world, right? When all of us to a degree, right? Everyone is to a degree. But look at the people that you can think of that stand out. They're the ones that made a difference, right? There's Tyler Perry. You got, Sylvester Stallone. You've got like Taylor Sheridan. You got all these people that are doing stuff that like everyone said don't do. Even The Rock. He's like, earlier on, he said they told him to, stop working out, stop doing this, stop doing that. And it's the same thing they told me coming in. I'm like, dude, I ain't doing that. And because even me, my career is obviously not The Rock's, but because I didn't listen, because I didn't cut my hair, didn't stop working out, didn't stop being me, dressing the way I do whatever. I hit on social media and that changed my life. If I kept doing that, I would have maybe fit into a little box for a little while that, wouldn't really go anywhere. It didn't feel right. But because I decided to be me, because I heard that quote,
we were just, me and Splash was talking with his grandfather the other day. And the quote that came out of conversation was, "You're only replaceable if you're not impactful."
Love that.
People only replace the people who aren't impactful.
Yeah.
But like bringing your own uniqueness to the world is that. Like if you make a difference in anything, no one gets rid of the people who make a difference.
That's true,
like
man.
that's always the way that you win.
And sometimes making an impact is taking a risk, right? Like your New York trip, or like plenty of other examples. It's like you got to put yourself out there, and it's being vulnerable. It's spending resources. It's taking a risk sometimes, right?
Yeah, I think so many people, even in art, even if you do it on a high level, you can struggle making, and then it gets more stressful, right? You got more eyeballs and more everything. It just grows and grows and grows. But but what you're doing though, like from my perspective, I would say is more important, because if you have the ability to put out that much, some people don't put out 9 albums or 8 albums in one year, in your career.
Dude, yeah,
exactly. So and to have it be good too, you know, like it's different.
And that's the thing. Like I don't cheat the process for myself. Like if I don't love it, I don't share it. So I have to make things I love for me to even put it out into the world. Like that's an agreement with myself. If I don't love it, it's not coming out. So like for me, it's like I have to share because I enjoy these. I really love them. You know, I'm not making shit that's just like, I just record today and need to get something done. I don't even record often. It's just like when I finally do get in, whatever I love in that pack is it gotta come out. And I just think, bro, it's a disservice to the world when you're making shit you love and you don't share it. Like it don't help nobody when it's just on your hard drive.
Yeah.
I had that reminds me, when I did this audition this morning, the guy was like, "There it is. You're in the pocket." You know? And it's like when you get in it, man, and you're getting a flow state, whatever it is, just run with it. You know?
Run with it. And you have to really put a blinder on and ear plugs in, because everything will try to take you out of that state. And even people who've never been in that state will try to convince you that you should operate in that state differently, you know, but you just have to stay in that state because everyone don't get it. Like every player doesn't get in the game and get hot. you feel me? So it's like, if you finally get hot, you have to shoot.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
How's the impact been on, on people, man, on the fans, on how's the response been to your music being shared? Like how has that been for you, man, is what I'm trying to.
Incredible. We recently started doing testimonials at the end of our rehearsals and shows.
Cool. Smart.
And I went to a good friend of mine's house for his birthday, and he had everyone do testimonies, and I was like, man, we should do that shit. So we start doing it. And I think the first one we did was the candlelight show. We did it at like this. I did a candlelight show in my backyard, like really intimate. And we did the testimonies, and they were so special and deep. And it was like, you get to really see how much deeper it is than you could ever really imagine. Like for me, it's like I'm writing songs that I love and expressing my life when I'm going through. And I like to go make visualizers that I enjoy, but you don't know how that shit affects someone on the other end until they're really on the mic sharing that. And just, man, it's so much bigger than, it takes it so much deeper than like a rapper fan connection. Like it's no longer just data and numbers. It's like, nah, this shit it's so much bigger. It's so much bigger.
That's got to be such like a driving force, man, to keep going, right? Like such validation and, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's got to be such a great feeling.
Fact.
Yeah, I think a fulfilled life is if you can even help one person change their life for the better and help them on. So if you're able to do it on a bigger scale than that, which even you got the testimonies to prove it already, you know what I mean? That's everything, man.
Right.
And that's even anything. That's more of a sign from wherever you want to call it to keep going,
man. And I'll be having to remind myself that that's the win. It's like you did it. Like once you get that, you made it, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing after. And I have to constantly remind myself that when I get in that state of seeking, like, no, bro, that's what everyone's truly after. And that's the thing you try to mask with money when you don't get to get that feeling. You're like, oh, well, I got really rich. And it's like, yeah, but you're not okay. You feel me? But that's really what it is. And I'll be reminding myself of that. Like, man, that's the W.
It's that quote from Jim Carrey. He says, "I wish everyone could be rich and famous so they could realize it's not the answer. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't, it might be having a little bit of fun here and there, right? But it's not everything,
Right.
That relationship that we have with each other, with our community, with people around us, around the world, that's invaluable.
Man,
a real reason we're here.
And when you make real impact, it just hits a different part of your human that you don't get to tap into until you do something worthy. You know, like you don't get that feeling unless you do something that you got to earn that feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, I mean, the Bay Area has such a great group of of musicians coming out of there, right? Not only hip hop, but classic rock, right? I got the Grateful Dead Warriors hoodie on right here. But hip hop and rap specifically, when I think of Bay Area artists, it's like each one is also incredibly unique.
I'm telling you,
right?
Like not only compared to
they don't exist nowhere else on the hemisphere.
No,
like E40 is a one of one. E40 is from Vallejo and has an accent. You can't, like, that's universal special sauce. It's like he's from Vallejo.
Yeah.
How does he talk like that? You feel me? Like that special sauce is very unique.
Yeah.
Dre is very unique. It's
Extremely.
like fucking UFOs.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that, being a part of that, like, rich culture and, like, past, present, future, all of it, like, how do you kind of see yourself in it stylistically?
Man, I feel like I'm a gumbo pot of all of our favorite Bay Area artists.
One of my favorite Dre songs.
One of my favorite meals, man.
You feel me? Like, I feel like I'm that mix and balance of all of our favorite Bay Area artists combined with some of our favorite artists that are just regionally. I really, man, I really feel like we're about to do something incredibly special that hasn't been done in the region in a very long time. Like, we just haven't had this moment that we're about to have, this kind of infrastructure coming out the city. It just hasn't existed yet, and it's beautiful to see because we had so many people lay building blocks for me to exist. Like, I got a lot of strong backs to be able to stand on and be like, this set the tone. But I really feel like it's a special moment coming out that we're overdue on. The Bay Area contributes so much to culture that it's overdue.
It's awesome to hear, man. It's so exciting. Honestly, like, growing up as, Max Ray fan, Too Short fan, E40 fan, all that, and then seeing you come up on social media, years ago, and then being able to sit here and talk to you about this, it's really, really cool and special. And, like, I totally agree with you, man. Like, the Bay Area is making moves right now, and you're obviously leading the charge in my mind.
Wave. It's a wave, and it's a wave, and you could feel it. You could feel that energy. Like, just when we be moving around the Bay, like, everybody is so embracive, and, like, it's a wave about to happen. It's gonna be beautiful.
Hell yeah.
As far as that goes, for anybody who's listening, whatever you can share, how could you explain what's happening up there, what's going on, or what's next for the Bay and for you?
It's time to wake people up to this deeper history and also our deeper connection with something beyond this world. In some of the Vedic texts, it talks about Vimanas, which was the same flying craft as we find in the Shimanas